Before there was, he was. Beginning reached back only to find him there. Arms stretched further than galaxies separated, the start and end in his hands, and he is the bridge that connects them both.
With clear eyes and a full heart, one Father's open arms ready to welcome and release, knowing that this was the beginning of them both.
Yahweh amidst a grand nothing, no wondering he's the first. With light in one hand and darkness in the other, he separates them both, hovering, loving Father. He is I am.
Hand in hand, step for step, walking and wondering about stars and galaxies,
Glory and majesty,
the ones coming after
and
me.
even giraffes' anatomies.
It was heaven on earth.
But what once was is no longer. A garden hand-built for sons and daughters.
The divine connection between creator and creation was marred by a voice that had mastered manipulation. The axe fell, driving a wedge of separation, splintering reality into a mosaic of desperation.
Guilt unearthed and shame was realized as man saw what he was for the first time with real eyes, overwhelming the senses and hiding in shame, quick to conceal yet open with blame.
An eviction notice was served, and we made the adjustment, not realizing in that moment his mercy had triumphed over his judgment.
Living love was longing for me. But my longing love lived to please those three, for me, myself, and I, which led myself to die with newly opened eyes. This was the saddest mercy ever shown. The first mercy that exiles man from God.
It's like a bad breakup, but so much worse. What measurement do you use for the distance between heaven and earth? Because what now is was never meant to be. It's a man-made gap that separates us from eternity.
We were designed with relationship in mind, but we colored outside our lines through the wisdom of serpents' mouths and grapevines. Our souls were now maligned to think his laws would just confine, when really they just aligned my creator's heart and mind to be forever intertwined. What am I saying?
We've settled for morality when holiness is the standard. We're leaning on ourselves when God's given us the answer.
And there we are. Spiritually speaking, at a loss, forsaking heaven, an eternal cost of momentary pleasure. But, maybe if I keep trying, I'll get better. Maybe if I keep trying, I'll get better. Maybe if I keep trying, I'll get better. Why aren't I getting better?
The divide is wider than good intentions can span. A successful life presented, but the spirit is still broken.
Broken lives echo louder than promised words spoken.
Spoken from life to death, bringing death to life.
And life came to live in a world grown in strife.
And strife built resilience, but resilience builds pride.
And pride gave roots that caused man to hide.
Hiding on the outside because inside we're crumbling.
And crumbling endeavors produce only stumbling.
Stumbling through life, longing and desperate.
But desperate souls are the ones he invests in.
The reconciliation between God and man began with his hand stretched across a tree he made.
It's the fault of the fallen to reconcile no longer. One sacrificial man, much more than a martyr.
From heaven to earth, from earth to the grave, but the grave can't hold the Ancient of Days.
He was never defeated and never overthrown. He's ascending on the clouds to sit on his throne.
Enthroned in his praises upon every hallelujah.
Hallelujah.